day your mother runs for Congress. There isn't exactly a script for this sort of thing. So I guess I'll just start by saying I think she's doing a great job, and I'm really proud of her. If there was anyone in my life that I had to select for this position, it would be her. She's a natural leader. When she speaks, people listen. When she speaks, she inspires. An inspirational leader is exactly what I think this country needs. A leader who doesn't back down from challenges. A leader who isn't only an effective representative of the people, but who inspires the people to be effective representatives of themselves. This is the type of leader my mother's been to me, but more importantly, the type of leader she can be for America. Now, without further delay, my mother, Maureen Hackett.
As I've been talking to people around the district for the last 6 months, I have been humbled and astounded at the amount of work the DFL activists and volunteers do to grow the party in the 3rd Congressional District. You are awesome! Let's have a big hand, because without the DFL activists and volunteers of the 3rd District, we would not be having this today. So I'm going to tell you a little story about a flight I took on a 747 jet airliner, returning from New Orleans to England while I was living in England. And I was very tired. We'd been in the sky a long time. Dinner had been served, and I was thinking about taking a nap. Well, all of a sudden I heard over the intercom, "Is there a doctor on board?"
Yeah!
I was thinking, I hope there's another doctor on board. Because as you know, psychiatry is not emergency medicine. But I got up, I stood up, I answered the call, and the flight attendant took me to a healthy-appearing young woman, and she said she just had a major seizure, and she's pregnant. And I thought, oh man. So I had a lot of information running through my head, but the first thing I thought was my Air Force training, and I said, do the pilots know? And she said, no. And I said, well, tell them. Well, in a few minutes, I was in the cockpit of a 747, and I was looking at this solid white cloud and this bright light. And after I got over my deer-in-the-headlights stare, the pilot said to me, just a minute, doctor, and he blipped and beeped, and then I heard a long beep, and he said, okay, the autopilot is on. And then he turned around and he said to me, doctor, we are 10 minutes from the no turnaround zone. You have to make a decision now. Well, guess what, Democrats? We are facing many no turnaround zones right now, and that's why we are here today. We have to act now so that our American dream, which is opportunity, doesn't fade away. And that's why we're standing here today. It has once been said that when bad things happen, it's because good people did nothing. Well, we're standing together today because some things are worth fighting for, and America's future is one of them. You know, the Democratic Party has always stood for a big tent and always stood strong. And my husband, Roman, and I understand the value of a caring and welcoming country. Roman came from the Ukraine with nothing, basically. He accepted private charity and even food stamps. But he got his life together, and he eventually built a business that now employs about 90 people in Minnetonka. His story is not unusual, it is not unique. It is told millions and millions of times all over our country, and right here in the district. And Ruth, you told me a great story the other day too. Ruth came from Ghana with her family, and she now has already served as a congressional intern in Washington. That's pretty astounding. Is at risk of a blurring in a blur of division. A blur of division that is fueled by Eric Paulson and members of his party and some members who even came to our state just this week. They are putting and pitting groups of people against one another. And we now know Eric Paulson is no Jim Ramstad. Eric Paulson's record in the state of Minnesota. Basically, he presided over an extreme right-wing agenda. We all know about his Defense of Marriage Act. He presided over the largest increase in our property taxes, and he presided over a systematic dismantling of the Minnesota Miracle. Yep. And in Congress, he's gotten only worse. He has voted no to middle-class tax relief, no to jobs, no to the environment, no to health care. And you know what really gets me? He voted no to fair pay for women. My God, he has 4 daughters. He has 4 daughters. I don't get it. Well, guess what, Democrats? It's time for us to act now because we are in the cockpit and we are facing many, many no turnaround zones. And guess what? Eric Paulson, he has no wings. In world-class schools so that everyone can participate, because I know when we invest in our precious resource, our kids from early childhood development straight through university, that our society will improve. And it is time to reform the financial services industry so that Wall Street does not steal from Main Street. Go fly away. It is time. It is time to support our armed forces and their families and our military veterans. Yeah! And physical rules of war, as a veteran, I know this. And it is time to finally get serious about jobs, because you know what? Guess what? We're in a country that put humanity in motion with cars and planes. We're in a country that liberated continents. We are in a country that put a man on the moon, and we're in a country that invented the internet. Well, guess what? I cannot believe that we cannot repower the world with clean, renewable, American-made energy. Right? We are facing the no turnaround zone on energy, and we can either lead or follow, and I choose to lead. The road ahead is not going to be easy. You can believe the Republicans are not going to give up this seat easily. You can believe that, but guess what? I am tougher than they are. And you remember that 747? Do you remember it? I turned it around. In the military, and I had gotten inside the heads of murderers, right?
Dr. Hackett, I'm sorry.
Legislative